Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for Chapter 3 Political Science, Part 3 Electoral Politics. Now, in our previous video, we discussed about why do we need election. Okay, what is the importance of election? Also, we discussed what are the features we need in democratic election. Now, here we will put the conclusion of the discussion which we did in the previous video. Okay, so what makes an election democratic? We already discussed the points in our previous video. So if you would have watched that video, you will easily able to tell that elections are held in many countries and both the elections are democratic and also they are non-democratic. And also we understood the difference between democratic and non-democratic elections. Right? So democratic elections should fulfill these features. So what are these features? So everyone should able to choose. Everyone should able to choose. Everyone should get the right to vote who are eligible. Also, everyone should have one vote. That means everyone should have one vote, and that vote should be having equal value. Like if a president is giving vote and if a common man or you say a labor is giving vote. Okay, they both are giving vote and this both should be equal. That doesn't mean that if a president is giving vote, that means it contains more value. Okay, or it will be considered equal to 2 vote or equal to 4 vote. That cannot be done. Okay, so if whether a president is giving vote or a labor of a country is giving vote, there should be one vote for each. Also, this one vote should be considered equal. Okay, so this is the first point of the democratic election. Everyone should able to choose. Everyone should, who are eligible, they should get the right to vote, and they should have one vote. Also, that vote should be considered equal. That would have equal value. Okay. Now, there should be something to choose from. Okay. And the parties and candidates should be free to contest election. So, there should be something to choose from. And parties and candidates should be free to contest election. So, here you can take the example of the Chinese Communist Party. Okay, so here you can take the example of Chinese Communist Party and the National People's Congress of China. So what was there? There the people were not having any option except from that party. Also the party was having the power to elect the president. So they were having the supreme power. The political party was having the supreme power. But if you go to democracy, the power should be there with the citizens. Right? The citizens are supreme and they should have the power. But if you take the example of Chinese Communist Party or the National Peoples of China, National Peoples of Congress. So there the democratic element is missing. They are only party and the people have to choose them only. They don't have any option. So here the example of China can be used. Also the parties and candidates should be free to contest election, but that is not in the condition of Chinese Communist Party. Whatever candidates are there, they are pre-elected. Okay, they have already gone through a selection process and then they come. So they are not free. There is no free and fair election. Okay, so those are the example of non-democratic elections. Now this is the second number. Now third is candidates preferred by the people should get elected. Okay, so in this case like it should not happen that the the election has been won by Aman and after that class teacher is unhappy with Aman and Braj got the position. Braj has been appointed the monitor. So this situation should not be there. Understood? So whoever got elected by the people, that candidate should take the position. Okay. Now free and fair election should be held. That means free from any power of the political party, any pressure, and there should be fair. That means if you see, you would have heard about the scenario of booth capturing and all, that should be not there. Dirty tricks should not be played in the politics. Then only it comes in the category of democratic election. So this is the fourth one. And also if you see, regular election should be held, which we already discussed this topic in our previous video, that how regular election restrict the power of the government. Okay, regular elections restrict the power of the government. So it is very essential. Now these points looks very simple and very easy. Okay, so these points looks very easy and very simple, but these are not fulfilled by many of the countries. These are not fulfilled by many of the countries. So we have some of the features of democratic election. So in that, everyone should able to choose, everyone should have right to vote when they are eligible, and they should have one vote. They should have one vote, and that should be considered equal. That should have equal value. Second is, there should be something to choose from. Okay, so the people should have some options. Okay, so they should have some options so that they can choose from. It is not the scenario like there is only one party, and that if there is one party, obviously the one party will win. So that cannot come in the category of democratic election. Okay, so there should be some parties so that people can have options to choose from. Also the parties and candidates who are in the election, that they should be free to contest the election. Okay. Now number 3 is candidates preferred by people should get elected. Okay, like voting done for some other person and some other candidate got elected, that should not be the scenario. That doesn't come in the democratic election. Now free and fair election should be held. Okay, and last is the regular election. The fifth is regular election should be there. The people should get chance on regular intervals to change their opinion, to rethink their decision. okay, to change their decision, rethink on their decision. So that should be there. So these are the 5 features of the democratic government, and most of the countries, they are unable to fulfill these features, okay, and those elections goes in the category of non-democratic elections. I hope till now you can differentiate between the democratic and non-democratic election, okay, on the basis of these features. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.